Alright guys, here we are. Doing our protest. We're here, got my rifle, got my sign. They've already called, we heard it on the scanner. All units responding, guys with rifles outside the police department. They sounded an alarm out here. It was a kind of a siren alarm when we walked up. So here we are, guys. Hey, I really wish y'all would just hold my phone so my viewers can see, because they're gonna, you know, they're gonna take me down. I'm gonna hand a camera off, so there might not be good audio, because when they get here, they're gonna take me down. As soon as I get my camera back where it's me and the officer, I will. Stay tuned, brother. Hey, where you? Oh yeah, just turn around. I think there's a switch on it. Let me see. There you go. It doesn't matter. It's for a video. It doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, which, this side or this side? You'll face you.
Oh, look. This is you find it. Okay. You can have it that way, or you can have it up. It doesn't matter. It orients it. Pull this one.
Sorry, guys. You want to take pictures. All right, guys, we got a fan in the house wanting to take pictures. We have Soulless Productions, Texas Sheepdog 72, and Backup Camera Girl.
So they did, the police did make a call. We're monitoring the scanner. They initially said there were two guys dressed all in black carrying weapons near the police headquarters. They have since indicated over the radio that it's some people exercising their right to open carry. They didn't mention anything about free speech, so we'll see how that goes. We're going to be out here just kind of letting the officers know, free speech, fuck you. We said fuck you last night, got arrested. We're going to be flipping them off, got arrested for that too. So it's going to be interesting to see if they don't arrest us or ticket us out here today, why is it okay to do it here but it's not okay to do it on the east side? So that's going to be very interesting. One of the officers, the one that just pulled out, he actually gave us a thumbs up, but he wasn't smiling.
Sarcastically. Yeah. Condescending. I'm good right here, bro. Hey, what does this sign say? Free speech, fuck you?
Yeah, SAPD.
But people are saying, people are going to think he's saying fuck you to them.
Yeah, because you can't see SAPD.
Okay, you stay here. I'm gonna walk over there and film a little bit, and then I'll walk back over here, okay? Yeah, people are gonna think you're saying fuck you to them. Hey, I think you're the sexiest protester out here today. Ladies and gentlemen, backup camera girl. Here comes the, turn your sign around so they can read it.
There's an officer in that truck over there.
Yeah, we know that. Brought radios. Hey Jack, that's our babysitter for today. Guys, you see that vehicle right there? That's our babysitter for this protest. Don't block the driveway.
Truck's going off.
Is that our truck? I don't think so.
So currently we have over here to my right, and I'll take you guys over there in a little bit, so now the officers are waving and they're smiling, so not giving us tickets, not putting us on our knees. We've been flipping them off. We haven't got a ticket for that today, so here we are. It's okay to do it down here, but it's not okay to do it on the east side. We got 2 cars over here, 3 cars over here. We have listened to the scanner. They have been assigned to watch us. However, they've waved at us. They haven't approached us, you know, so let's see how it goes.
Mr. Miller, come here. Hey,
Mr. Miller, come here.
hey, listen, Mr. Miller. I think the East Side substation or East Side Police Department, I think we're gonna have to. They're gonna need some more additional training.
Probably. Yeah, probably. The East Side substation, that's who came out last night. And they're the ones that definitely have a problem. I spoke to 2 supervisors there on the telephone. I have recorded conversations of them saying that if they get a call, that gives them the right to ID you. Regardless of having reasonable, articulable suspicion that you committed a crime. If they get a call, they can ID you. That's what they said on the telephone. So definitely you can see what kind of a problem there is there. And then of course with the last 2 arrests while I was open carrying, that just proves it. So here we are downtown and, you know, nothing. Quite different than the East Side sub. So perhaps this is a systemic problem, but systemic at the East Side. Just for you guys that aren't from San Antonio, our east side of town, it's a predominantly black side of town. I would say the majority of the people there are probably low income. The police are aggressive there, just like in any big city with a quote bad part of town. You know, it's high crime on the east side compared to, let's say, the Dominion or out on the San Antonio where you have $1 million homes. So just to guys to give you an idea of what part of town the police patrol where they write tickets for flipping off and put people on their knees. And here we are downtown San Antonio, tourist area. We got the college, University of Texas behind us. And you know what? We're fuck the police. Fuck you, free speech. We're flipping them off, and so you know, I don't know what else to say. It's not sunny anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and set my hat down on the ground here. I do intend to take it with me whenever I leave. I'm going to set it here on the grass, not on the sidewalk. I don't want anybody tripping on it. You know, last night, amongst the other stupid shit that the sergeant said, he said that, you know, we're out here, we're causing everybody alarm, we're scaring everybody, and we're doing it on purpose and everything. Well, so far we've got a few honks, a bunch of thumbs up from the public. Is that scared? Does that mean scared now? Something changed?
Or maybe it's thumb up your ass police or something?
Oh, maybe they're like, hey, I'm scared!
Oh,
that's probably what it is. Here comes the ticket. She got her ticket book. Here come the tickets.
Right, it's a ticket for obstructing the sidewalk.
Here come the ticket. Here come the tickets. I got the ticket book out. All right, so whenever they come over here, I'm gonna get my phone. Okay. So I can get close up with the conversation. So I just saw them, they're walking around with their ticket books. Let's see what happened. So right now they're in a group, they're talking, they got a supervisor out there. They're probably figuring out, well, what do we do? What do we do? We wrote them tickets on the east side illegally, so we gotta write them tickets here, or else we're gonna look bad. That's probably what they're saying. Who knows? We'll find out here in a minute. So I see her, she has a ticket book on the trunk of the car and she's doing some writing. So perhaps they're pre-filling the ticket out so that way they don't have to sit here for too long and endure our First Amendment protected speech. They'll show up with pre-written tickets. All they got to do is put our names on them and stuff.
Once the ticket's written, we can stand out here all day.
Pretty much. They will take our signs as evidence. But they can't take my hand. Can't take that. And so what happens when they write me a ticket for flipping them off? I mean, so I get the ticket and I still stand out here flipping them off. They write me a ticket a minute, every 5 minutes, an hour. I don't know, understand how that works. In 24 hours, we're gonna have to research that. Either that or they're gonna have to bring a big old box of ticket books. We have to check Guinness World Records and see what's the most tickets a person has received in 1 month. Maybe I'll work on that record. I really don't have any reason to put my sign up. It's the same people here. They already know what we're saying, so I'll put it up intermittently. I know maybe some of you guys are like, put the sign up, put the sign up. We will. We have.
Hey, you gonna give me a ticket for my shirt?
Yeah, here, let me have the camera.
My shirt says the same thing our sign says.
So this is the back of his shirt. So we're fully prepared, man. We're fully prepared. Here you go. Hey, you guys are blocking the sidewalk, by the way.
Hey, but my shirt is missing the valve.
Step on the grass. You can be on the grass.
My shirt's missing the valve.
Oh, it is missing the valve. I'll buy a valve.
It's got the finger in place of the valve.
Yeah.
I need to swivel this.
You want to carry my rifle over there and talk to him? Oh, you know what?
Hold this.
You're going to give me 2?
Can you hold this?
Alright, so let's go over there. Let me have my phone. We're going to go over there and talk to him. Alright guys, we're going to go over there and talk to the officer. I gave my friend here both the rifles. We're going to go over there and talk to him and try to get a statement from him or figure out what they're doing. We're going to go talk to him. Y'all ready? At least one camera. Because if they arrest me, they're going to take my phone. So that way we have footage. Yeah. Hey guys. We know why you're here. We're listening to the scanner. Are all you guys assigned to us today? We put out a press release. We called dispatch telling them what we're going to be doing today. We didn't give them a location, but we gave them an approximate time. We feel that giving them an exact time and
now
exact.
we know the location, right?
Yeah, we give them an exact time and location.
You know, he
that
gave
would
it
be,
away on an earlier video, man. So I was like, hey, man, you gave your location away like 3 hours ago.
Okay. We wanted the viewers to know where we're going to be at in case they wanted to come out. They haven't yet. Eventually they will. You know, probably later dates.
So what can
you guys know why we're out here? Have any idea why we come out here today? Last night, we are not anti-law enforcement, contrary to what our signs might make you feel like. What we are is anti-law enforcement who interfere with our right to free speech, interfere with our right to open carry in public. Last night, we were on the east side of town in Houston near Bronson Street. We're familiar with what kind of part of town it is. We should be able to exercise our rights anywhere. So we're out there open carrying. We don't have the signs. We're just standing around. I think there was approximately 12 police cars that rolled up on us real fast. There was a helicopter out there about 10 minutes prior, circling us. Police came out, they did the whole felony stop. We're on our knees, took our weapons, which is fine. I mean, we're not gonna argue your response, right? We're not gonna do that. Our opinion is you can't send out 12 cars in a helicopter to every person with a weapon. So if 100 of us went out there in different spots, what are you gonna do? So the response, I think, personally is inappropriate. Definitely you would wanna show up, find out what we're doing, and as soon as you find out we're open carry activists, leave. That's not what's happening. This is what's happening. Of course, if we're getting arrested for open carrying, we're not going to be happy. So we're going to express dissent. Okay. So last night there was a sergeant who was smiling when we were in cuffs. So we said, you know what? Fuck you. You cuss again, we're going to write you a ticket for disorderly conduct. Who are we offending? He said, if you cuss in public where people could hear you, it's against the law. Fuck you in your opinion on what the law is.
Well, we've gotten several calls. We've gotten several calls. We have received several calls, so
we're ready for all that.
So we're going to need your IDs, identification.
Absolutely. We don't carry ID, but we'll be more than happy to give it to you.
As long as we verify.
If you indicate that we're lawfully detained, we'll give you our ID.
Okay, well, you are. So anyway. And I'm going to give them their information. Anyway,
sure.
Go ahead. I'll let you finish.
Whenever you're ready.
I'll let you finish your spiel. So what's your spiel?
Okay, so anyway, fuck you. The word fuck is not fighting words. There's case law on it from the Supreme Court of the United States. Fuck you is not a fighting word. I can say fuck you to any member of the public. It's not a fighting word. It has to be a fighting word. It has to tend to incite a breach of peace.
The law doesn't give any.
Subsection 1 of 4201, which is disorderly conduct.
It doesn't give any. It doesn't give any
verbatim.
It states.
You know what verbatim?
So then the first statement is vulgar or profane language.
Sure.
Now the word fuck refers to the sexual act of copulation.
But
so when you say
no
when you're holding up
words,
signs that say fuck the police, that states, copulate or have sex with police or what have you in a public place.
Yeah, our intention is to say fuck you and the things you're doing.
Okay. Well, whatever your intention may be, what you are stating whenever you say fuck the police, you are referring to a sexual act in a public place, which under subsection 1,
it would be in the context you're using the word fuck, right?
But there's no list of words you can and can't use. It's just a general
and all of that would be something that you can argue in front of a judge, because
absolutely,
our standard,
and we're ready to do that, and that's why we're here.
Our standard is whether we reasonably believe that a crime has likely occurred. Now, whenever you use the word fuck in a public place, then we can reasonably believe that the crime of disorderly conduct has occurred because you've used a profane and vulgar word in a public place.
What I'm trying to figure out is we've done other agencies, we've done SAPD as well, the same thing, and some don't bother, some do. So who's wrong? Who's right?
Well,
we know because there's case law.
Well, you're going to get different responses everywhere.
There's case law of people going to court.
Yeah, fuck is not a fighting word. You're correct. It's not a fighting word.
But it doesn't help when
it is a vulgar and obscene word.
Shooting a birdie at officers coming by. That doesn't help.
They said shooting a bird doesn't help. This is also, since 1987, Supreme Court specifically said this is not even a reason to detain someone.
Yeah, but it changed when the officer.
Y'all can write me a ticket for that too.
But you forget that when the officer used it towards the same judge that said that, the judge wanted the officer arrested. So you forgot that part.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
You know,
well, just give me your information.
Supreme Court is what rules, man, and you guys are going to have to learn that. Whatever the Supreme Court says, that's what you have to do.
So yeah, and the Supreme Court did, because there are limits on speech. You cannot yell fire in a crowded theater, correct?
But they specifically addressed fuck you. And
yes,
they specifically addressed this. That's why we're out here.
You said that it's not a fighting word, but they can't
refuse what?
Hook them up.
They're refusing to.
Hook them up.
So somebody's apparently refusing. I've indicated all ID as soon as it comes time. Yeah. The officers, I'm live streaming. Okay. The officers have been nice enough to.
Thank you.
She refused ID as well.
They did tell me I was being detained.
They didn't.
Okay.
Calm down.
Don't talk. Speak to her. Don't talk back with them. Make her mad.
Y'all are trying to...
And we have it on video.
I did. I asked
you
her
didn't.
if she was going to refuse to, and she said yes.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I
We
did.
talked
I have it
about
right
this.
here.
I have it right here.
Yeah.
We talked about this and she was prepared to ID. Hey, Sarge. We talked about this and she's prepared to ID once, just like over there. I
Okay,
told
you guys need to go over there and stand. Right now, y'all are interfering with police duties.
How far
stand
do we need
over
to
there,
get?
behind that little fence.
Behind the fence. I think 25 feet is enough.
Behind that fence.
We're not going to stand behind the fence. I'm going to stand right here though. This is technically like the plane, so I don't need to talk to you anymore, sir. I don't need to interfere. Y'all got a job to do. I don't want to interfere with it.
Okay, well, you're still detained, so I need to keep an eye on you.
Okay, so you need my ID? I'm ready to give it to you anytime you want.
Not yet. You don't end up like your buddies, I guess.
So these are the games they play. Here we go. So in order to be arrested in the state of Texas, for all you guys that don't know, you have to be lawfully detained. And the mere presence of an officer doesn't mean you're lawfully detained. They have to tell you you're lawfully detained. Apparently they didn't do that with her. These are the games they play. They learned their lesson with me, I guess. I don't know why they're not doing that to me, saying that I didn't ID, but you know, hey, it is what it is. Hey, did you want to release your weapon to me, Ginger? You want to release your personal property to me?
I'd like to, but they told me I can't.
Okay, so he said he wanted to release his personal property to me, and the sergeant's refusing to do that. He said, no, put it in the property room. That's so they can collect that $25 to get your property back. It costs, if you're arrested, even if your case is dismissed without prejudice, you have to pay $25 to get your property back. And they don't tell you at the magistrate's office. When you walk into the police department, you ask, how do I get my property back? They say, go down to the property room. You get down there, they tell you $25 cash. I don't consent to you taking my property. I don't consent to you taking my property, just so you know.
It's evidence, it's not your property.
Okay, well, just want to make it clear I don't consent. Never, never, ever consent to the police doing anything. And once they put you under detention, don't speak. Ask for a lawyer. Leave speaking to the pros like us. Do not speak to the police once they tell you you're detained. Just keep your mouth closed. Give them your name, address, and date of birth. That's the only information you're required to give them. You're not required to answer questions other than give your name, address, and date of birth. So keep your mouth closed. Name, address, date of birth. Assert your right to an attorney. Do you have any idea what y'all charging them with? Sarge?
It's their deal, so
Okay.
they'll get it. when they get booked.
You just don't know at this point.
No, we know.
What are they being charged with?
It's some
Look,
that
man,
we
it's
discussed with their attorney, like you said.
It's an
your
easy
own video.
question. I mean, look, it's an easy question. It's
Easy
like,
answer.
I mean, officers all the time, we ask them all the time, what are people being charged with? And they answer us. And you don't. I mean, what's the reason for that? Because you don't like what we're doing. And you're upset about what we're doing. So you're just like, come on, Sarge. You know, if they're being arrested, you guys are. Just think about how, you know, well, you know,
just the way y'all go about it.
but when somebody asks, hey, why are they being arrested? And you know, what's wrong with just saying why? I think I've been respectful, other than, you know, exercising my right to free speech. You know, talking to you, I've answered your questions. I'm going to ID myself. I've been respectful and cooperative. They're not.
As soon as the officer comes over here, you'll be able to identify yourself and sign your ticket and go by your way.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm forgetting to detain.
That's fine enough.
It's legal to flip them off. They don't like it, but it's legal. They gonna learn. You guys, thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs up, good. I'm not trying to provoke you guys into doing anything. We're just exercising our First Amendment right. I've been cooperative. I'm going to ID. It's not a problem.
Judge, when you got court date, okay?
Yeah. If you notice, I'm not trying to debate it. Only whenever whenever an officer wants to engage in that debate, we'll debate it.
That's going to look good for court when you're.
No, I mean, if an officer,
it's going to look good in court.
If an officer wants to debate, we'll debate.
The jury will be.
But whenever officers are done debating, we stop
There's
debating.
no debate. It's going to be a court.
There was an officer last night watching this while we were open carrying. He got assigned to us. We were out there for an hour and a half debating all kinds of stuff, and he didn't have nothing else to do because he was assigned to us. And then there was a car accident, major car accident. They didn't even call it in on the radios. They just stood there because they said they weren't allowed to go over there because they had to be with us because we were open carrying. Didn't even get on the radio. Say, hey man, you guys gonna call that in? The fucking cars are all wrecked and all kinds of shit. Amazing. They finally came over there when we went over there and started assessing for injuries. Then they were like, oh yeah, we probably need to go over there.
Did you get my card under your name and stuff?
No, nobody's asking
Okay,
for my
what's your
info. Jack
Last name?
Miller, M-I-L-L-E-R,
Date of birth?
6/28/72.
And a good number for you?
I'm not going to give a phone number.
Okay,
Do I have to
address?
give a phone number by law? If I do, I'll give it by law.
And if you want to, it's fine.
Name, address, and date of
I do
birth,
need
right?
your address though.
Yeah, 4839 Dick Gordon.
What is it?
Dick, D-I-C-K, like the guys who are arresting them, Dick, and then
I'm a
Gordon,
Dick too.
G-O-R-D-O-N, 78219, San Antonio. The guys, the people that arrested them, they're dicks. You guys, so far, I haven't had any indication that you guys are bad. Even Sarge here, why they're being arrested, and I mean, you could. We ask you guys all the time why people are being arrested, even strangers, and you guys tell us. You know, you won't tell us that it just doesn't look good, man. It doesn't make people happy when you do that stuff. And how easy is it just to answer the question? How hard is that? And you have every right not to answer the question, but you know, people see that, man. I mean, it breeds hate. It makes these people hate. So this guy, I don't know, I'm not sure if it's a sarcastic smile or he just smiles a lot. So
Why would I be angry?
because that's a red flag. I went like the sergeant last night. He was smiling at us while we were on our knees. That's a red flag, and sure enough,
I mean, you're not on your knees.
disorderly conduct ticket and a ticket for
being
flipping
dragged
off
off
as
for
well.
murder or anything like that. Nothing here that's being done that can be undone.
So if I stand, are you writing a ticket for the flipping off at all, or no?
It's all going to be in the court.
No, I mean, I'm getting a ticket for the flipping off as well. Okay, so they are giving me a ticket for flipping them off. So I'm curious, do we get a ticket a minute, a ticket an hour, a ticket every 24 hours? Because we're going to stand out here and keep flipping you guys off. And if you arrest us, we're going to be out, and then when we come out, we're going to do it again. So how does that work? How often do you write a
We
ticket?
get paid by the hour.
Do y'all write a ticket per hour?
If we have
How does that work?
Could be less, could be more.
Okay, because as soon as I get my ticket, I'm just going to stand here and flip all you guys
You're
off.
going to get another one. Eventually, you're going to get arrested. So.
Okay, and that's fine. And then I'll get out and I'll continue to flip you guys off. Because I'm 150% sure that this is legal. So I'm okay with you guys arresting me, doing whatever you guys do.
When an unstoppable force meets an immovable object.
I'm sorry, I don't think you said that, but I don't know. He said, do you want to repeat it? Or no?
I said, is this the sort of thing like when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object?
I don't even know what that means.
When an unstoppable
what it
force
is-
meets an immovable object, it's like it's like a level of confrontation where there really is no, like, I guess, resolution.
But there is a resolution.
And I guess that there is, of course, the resolution, or we just ignore you and stuff, you know.
Yeah. Which is what you should do if I'm flipping you off. You should ignore me.
Yeah,
because the Supreme Court says
okay,
you
but
have
here's the problem with the sign, okay? And I was actually okay.
Are you going to actually tell me something new that everybody else hasn't said?
Yeah, I will actually.
The
tell you
whole
something new.
let's see what it. intends to incite immediate breach of the peace, and people are calling saying they don't like it.
Well, what I was going to tell you was, me personally, like I know you were saying that they don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care. Okay, I don't mind. You know,
And you're a good
I
officer.
was actually thinking it would be funny and like cool to have my picture taken with you guys. Okay.
Okay.
I don't mind. Okay. A lot of you guys don't mind. I mean, that's why some of us are kind of smiling.
I believe
and
you.
stuff.
I believe
We say things like that to each other all
And
the time.
I honestly
Okay?
believe you. Yes. I know
Okay.
that.
My problem is, I have a 7-year-old daughter. Okay. I take her downtown sometimes. Okay. It's out of consideration for people that are not involved in all this, that maybe they don't want their child seeing a sign like that, maybe they don't want to see a grown man flipping off
Right.
the police.
Right.
It's out of consideration for other people, okay? And that's what laws are made for,
Okay.
so that we can all live together.
But you can't. I mean, do your guys have a complainant, a civilian
Yes,
complainant?
people have calls. People have calls.
Okay.
I mean, and that's my problem with it, okay? Like me personally,
Got some sworn statements from them?
huh?
Got some sworn statements from them? Because without a sworn statement, there's no evidence. Come on, guys. What's your probable cause? You got to get sworn statements from these complainants. You know that.
Okay.
What's
I
your
mean,
probable cause?
I'm talking to you as a person right now.
And not only that, the Supreme Court says I can do this to officers, and it doesn't say you can do that unless a member of the public doesn't like you doing it. It's not what they said. They said this is protected.
Okay.
Look it up, man. Google it when y'all are done with me.
You just sign this, the citation there, and then you
Yeah.
can be on your way.
Okay. So I just signed my citation. It's for disorderly conduct sign, and here's my other sign. So all the officers, I don't need the paper. I'm good.
Just,
Well, it
take
is-
I don't have. I just have to sign it. I don't have to take the paper.
Well, you know when your court
Thank
date
you.
is?
I know where my court date is. Thank you. We have attorneys that take care of all that stuff. We ain't worried about that. So here's my flip off again. You guys want to write me another ticket? Anybody? Am I free to go?
You're free to go. It's
Awesome.
fine. Thank you.
All right, fuck off.
This guy knows you well.
All right, that's cool. How you doing, man? Shaking hands or no?
Sure. Why
All right.
not? I'll be.
Officer Martinez, 1670. I walk up here, I flip him off, and I extend my hand to shake his hand, and he shakes my hand. Okay, this is an example of a police officer doing what they're supposed to do. He may not even, who knows? I don't know if he has a problem with me flipping him off or not. But let's say he did have a problem with it, and he has a problem with us doing what we're doing out here. You see how he responded. I told these officers several times the Supreme Court of the United States specifically addressed flipping off police officers. And they said, well, when people out in public see it, then that makes it a crime. The Supreme Court of the United States did not say flipping off an officer is okay unless the public sees it. They said it is simply okay, and furthermore, it is not even grounds for detention. So you can't get a ticket for that. But as you see, I don't know if it, well, I do know it's a pissing contest. It's an ego trip. You know, when you're dealing with a bad officer, they don't want to admit anything. They're not, even if they know this stuff. First of all, they're taught this stuff. You got a sergeant that probably has 10 years with the department. He knows this. He can't convince anybody that he doesn't know it. So it's just an intentional fuck the Supreme Court. Yeah, the Supreme Court says you can do this stuff, but fuck the Supreme Court is basically what he's saying without saying it. So our folks are getting they're gonna go and get taken to the magistrate's office. We did pick the magistrate's office, so it's only like a 30-second trip, so that's pretty good. When you're in the back of a police car, taking a 30-minute trip or a 20-minute trip sucks, because as you can see, what they do, and a common thing they do is they'll not run the AC, and then that way the car gets hot. They get in, they turn it on, but the back seat is still hot. And I know this from being in 13 years in law enforcement, because we used to joke about this. I did it myself. So, you know, I mean, I'm not proud of what I did when I was an officer, but I'm a changed officer now. I mean, I'm a changed person now. I'm not happy or proud of what I did. And I think there's a kind of a redeeming quality about the fact that I'm doing something against it.
Tell them why you're not an officer anymore.
So Officer Martinez wants me to tell everybody why I'm not an officer anymore. And like everybody has done already, and Officer Martinez doesn't know this, there have been several people that asked that question, and I've answered it, and you guys have pulled...
You answered it 4 times for me already, before.
No? Okay. You guys have pulled records on me. So at Bexar County, I resigned. I was there from 93 to 2007. No, 93 to 2000.
Done?
I resigned to go to Travis
y'all
County.
done? Are y'all done? Huh? Oh.
Yeah, so...
All right, see you later, man. Go ahead.
You don't want to hear my answer?
I heard it 4 times already.
Okay, all right. Officer Tiarino?
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, just my name. I'm not gonna say my first name, but just forget that I'm a cop. Just if you guys cannot like do the sign and all that, like the vulgar sign.
We're gonna go. We got more signs in our truck.
Okay,
we're
well,
come right back out here. We're gonna see how many signs you guys can take in a 24-hour period.
Well,
and how many tickets we can get in a 24-hour period.
Okay, I mean,
we came out with a plan, brother.
Yeah, okay, do whatever
Look,
you gotta do.
Whenever the Supreme Court says this is protected and it's not even basis for detention.
Okay, well let me ask.
Unless you're saying, I don't care what the Supreme Court says.
I'm not talking about law. I'm not talking about the law. I'm talking about people. I'm talking about.
But you guys are law enforcement, not behavior enforcement. You got to stick to law enforcement.
Okay.
Supreme Court sets the law, and I know you guys are not saying fuck the Supreme Court, but what is going on? It's clear as day. You can pull up the case law in about, I don't know, 10 seconds on a computer here, and look at the Supreme Court ruling, an official.
Well, then I guess you need to talk to the legislators and get them to take the disorderly conduct laws off the books, and because it's still on there. You use the vulgar words,
There's Texas law on that as well.
Yeah.
Texas case law.
Okay, well, it's still on the
On
books.
this.
It's you use the vulgar word.
Just to help yourself out, just Google the flipping off just here in Texas and see the outcome of the court cases and the case precedent set.
Right.
And you'll see that it's not illegal.
Okay.
So, but you guys think it is, and that's why we're out here, man. Okay. We're bringing national attention. It's KSAT did a story on it already, and we're just getting attention out there. So eventually,
I don't think any of you guys are bad people, and I just
look me in the eye.
nah, man, you gotta do that.
Don't be a jerk.
Hey, hey, man, we don't care about being rude. I mean, we're gonna. But honestly, personally, I don't care if you're rude.
It'd be like, your viewers are like mostly like.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Honestly, not.
No, half of them are anti-cop and half of them are anti-us. You should see the comments we fucking get.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, man.
Pamphlets. All I got.
What does the Supreme Court say?
Pamphlets.
Do you know what the Supreme Court says
I'm
about
not
keeping
even
on?
matter with that because I don't do that. But pamphlets.
And he doesn't know. That means he doesn't know. If you knew, you would answer the question. Come on, man. You would prove your point, but you don't. All right, so now I'm gonna ask Sarge why they were arrested. That's all. Hey, Sarge. Hey, Sarge. We're still trying to find out why they were arrested. Nobody's told us.
Okay, I'm on the phone.
Okay, that's fine. Can you answer me why they were arrested? That's all I'm trying to find out, and then I'll just leave you guys alone.
I'm here.
Oh, he said he's on the phone to stay away from me. I'm not going to do that. I need to find out why. He's a supervisor on scene, so. Sarge said he's on the phone. So let's see how far he walks. He said I'm on the phone, go away. I'm not going away. I ain't going away. I'll see how far he walks.
Hey, this is private property.
This is private property? I'm gonna go to the magistrate's office and find out why they were arrested.
There's a sidewalk over there.
This is private property?
Yeah.
That says visitors parking. So this is not private property, Sarge. Come on, man. Are you fucking kidding me? Private property? So I'm going to stop right here where the visitors parking is, because the officer of the month and property crimes detective, that might be a private parking spot. So you can see the line right here. You can see visitor parking that the Sarge said is private property. Police department business only. I've been trying for about 20-30 minutes to find out why our friends got arrested. The magistrate's office is over there, so I'll go in and ask them next. But I can assure you that they don't know yet because they're not processed in. It'll take about 4 hours to get that information. So I'm gonna just ask the officers out here why they were arrested. Look, Sarge is way over there, man. Oh. I don't think I can get better video than that. So. I do have an escort. I don't have my rifle on me anymore, but I do have an escort. So at this point, I couldn't imagine, you know, why I'm being escorted around. I mean, this is, you know, these are the games they play. Right now, this officer could be out there patrolling, looking for crime, but at this point, I'm not even armed.
I'm a good officer looking at crime. I'm one of the best.
I'm not committing any crimes. They've taken our signs, they've taken our weapons, and yet I'm still being followed around. So amazing. Last night we had some officers doing the same thing. They were assigned to us. There was a car accident out on the street, a major one. They wouldn't even go out there and assess for injuries until we went out there and assessed for injuries. They said we can't go out there because we were supposed to be watching you guys. They didn't even get on the radio. You'll see our videos of that. We got videos of that, man. Can you believe that shit?
I think that's your fault.
Can you believe that?
I think that's your fault. I think it's your fault.
Any idea why they got arrested, man?
Huh?
Any idea why they got arrested?
Who got arrested?
Our friends.
I have no idea.
Hey, I got a question. Is it illegal to do this? Look.
I don't know.
You don't know if it's illegal? I mean, would you like to write me a ticket for it? Because they just gave me tickets for doing that.
Yeah, once you find somebody who gets offended, yeah.
Okay, he said once I find somebody that gets offended, then yeah. So, anyway, so it just goes on to show you that their mentality is that if somebody gets offended by this, regardless of what the Supreme Court says, it's illegal. Alright guys, I'm going to conserve the battery. Now I'm going to go ahead and conserve the battery on my phone. We're going to be out here a little longer, flipping the officers off. You've seen I've flipped a couple and more off after I got my ticket. I did lose my escort. I guess I made a point. We're going to continue out here flipping people off for I don't know, maybe an hour or so. Maybe try to get some more tickets. We do have some cameras out here. We got some backup people here. And we're just going to continue doing our thing. Texas Sheepdog 72 signing off. We got